all in one place. 93% of surveyed businesses increased their visibility and control after upgrading to NetSuite. Over 31,000 businesses already use NetSuite. NetSuite has a special financing program for those ready to upgrade at netsuite.com/temp. netsuite.com/temp.
Staples has everything for school at great prices. So this year you won't go back to school. You'll be ready to move forward and master 5th grade math.
I can't do this. It's impossible.
Not you, Dad, your daughter. Staples will help her move forward.
Right.
Right now, Staples one-subject notebooks are just 35 cents each. Plus, select backpacks are 50% off. Everything on your list at amazing prices. Staples, we're not going back. We're going forward to school. In-store only backpack offer ends 8/6. Notebook offer ends 8/27. Limit 30.
You are listening to Newsline on a Friday afternoon. I'm Bridget Quinn. 2 people are dead. 2 others were injured when lightning struck across the street from the White House last night.
The 2 who died were an elderly couple from Janesville, Wisconsin. They were among 4 injured in Lafayette Square, a public park right next to the White House. Vito Maggiolo with the D.C. Fire Department says they were found near a cluster of trees.
Anytime there's lightning, you should go to a safe place. Anybody who goes to seek shelter under a tree, that's a very dangerous place to be.
Maggiolo says it's not clear whether the 4 were directly struck by lightning or whether they were hit by a falling tree. Witnesses say the lightning strike sounded like a bomb going off.
Correspondent Rick Iannelli, and there are some thunderstorms in our forecast. Live AccuWeather details are coming up. News time 1:31. Traffic and transit update time, though, now with Greg Rice.
Now we go to Brooklyn. We're on the inbound Gowanus, getting up towards the Prospect after 38th Street. Look to the erect, making a bad ride worse in the Belt Merge. After that, you know the drill. You've got the D2 and a mess either way into the Brooklyn Bridge with a long-term pattern that limits you to 2 lanes. Van Wyck, we're used to this left lane work into Atlantic Avenue either way yet. It's there every day. And the southbound Van Wyck is a mess from Jewel Avenue into Atlantic, northbound side from the Belt Parkway on up. Here's what you need to know about bridges and tunnels. Citybound side of the George Washington Bridge, 30 minutes on either level. West side and southbound Egan, for all their faults, and they've got plenty, they're the best of it out of town. Lincoln's about 10 to 15 in, 20 to 30 out. 30 plus at the outbound Holland. Inbound Holland, that 10 from the Skyway, better off the Newark base. Throgs make the worst of it either way across the Upper East. Bronxbound RFK starting to load up though out of Queens. Citybound Midtown Tunnel and the Citybound Brooklyn Bridge are very slow. The Brooklyn-bound Brooklyn Bridge, for whatever reason, just isn't awful yet. The bridges to and from Staten Island behave, but construction gets you on the eastbound side at Victory Boulevard, westbound at Bradley Avenue. Traffic is sponsored by Plaza Jewish Community Chapel. I'm Greg Rice on 1010 Wings.
We at Plaza Jewish Community Chapel would like to remind you that candle lighting is at 7:49 this evening. Good Shabbos and Shabbat Shalom. And live we go to AccuWeather meteorologist Kerry Schwindenhammer.
Well, it's going to be hot and humid this afternoon. Lots of clouds around, even a thunderstorm or 2 as well. It's been relatively quiet so far in that category, but any thunderstorm that does develop later this afternoon or evening could bring downpours and gusty winds. Will top out near 90 degrees and remaining very sticky tonight. Some clouds around, the low 76. Very humid again tomorrow, but not quite as hot. We'll get up to 87 degrees. Limited sun, maybe a shower or thunderstorm on occasion. Again, that high 87. Sunday, Monday, both looking partial sunshine, hot and humid. Thunderstorm in spots each day. The highs both days not far from 90. And now the Allergy Alert Forecast, sponsored by ENT and Allergy Associates. Book your same-day appointment online today. Today's outlook is moderate with grasses and quinopods, the predominant pollens. We're at 83 right now with some breaks of sunshine, humidity 62%, the wind southwest at 7. Again, 83 going up to 90 in Midtown. I'm Kerry Schwindenhammer on New York's weather station 1010 Wind.
All right, Kerry, we thank you for that update. Well, you might dread the thought of shark sightings at your favorite beach, but sharks mean good business for these New Yorkers, open ocean fishers. Thomas Lacanada, who owns Rockaway Fishing Charters, also known as Shark Boss, joins us live on 1010 Wind's Newsline. Thank you so much for being here, Mr. Shark Boss. We appreciate it.
Thank you for having me on.
Hey, so I understand that ordinarily you guys would have to be way off the coast of Rockaway Beach, but that's not true anymore, is it?
No. We used to go 20-plus miles to go and catch sharks, and lately we've been going only a few miles off, 5-6 miles, and we can catch as many sharks as we want sometimes,
How many do you tend to get, say, in a day?
Well, the most recent trip we had 9 sharks that we actually caught and got to the boat. We had many more bites. You know, that sometimes they bite the bait in half, or, you know, maybe a small shark or whatever. But there's a lot more around these days, you know?
Yeah, well, we've been hearing that, of course, you know, a lot of the shark sightings, Rockaways, Jones Beach, Robert Moses, etc. How tough is it to reel one in? How big are they?
Well, we got some real big ones, but recently we've had some smaller size sharks, but they still fight like crazy. I mean, they fight unbelievable. Like, we had a kid on the boat the other day. The shark was only about 85 pounds, and it took him, you know, all his muscle to get it into the boat, you know, to get it right to the boat. You know, they fight really hard, and then sometimes you get those real big ones that are 400 pounds, and they can take an hour, hour and a half just to get them to the boat sometimes.
Oh boy! And what happens once you get them on the boat? And then do you keep all of them, or do some have to be thrown back into the water?
Well, most of the sharks that we catch, we release. We're allowed to take 1 shark per day per vessel, and it has to be a specific size for different sharks. The minimum is 54 inches. But for the most part, you know, we do catch and release. It's, you know, for sport fishing. It's fun for the customers, and it's good for us, and we release the sharks unharmed. And that's what we do, basically.
Yeah, I guess if they're out there, they want to get the thrill of getting up close and personal with a shark. Hey, Thomas, I'm sure you've heard this quote from the movie Jaws a million times.
You're going to need a bigger boat.
Have you ever felt that you needed a bigger boat?
Once in a while. We had a couple of really big pressure sharks. You know, we landed a 438-pounder. It was a monster, and you had to get him through the door. I wish I had a bigger door to get him in.
Thomas Lacagata, who owns Rockaway Fishing Charters, also known as Shark Boss, thank you so much. And, you know, safe cruising out there in the waters off Rockaway. We thank you.
All right, thank you very much. I appreciate it.
All right, Wednesday's time, 1:37. Top stories coming up.
I used to get frequent heartburn at night, so I made Prilosec OTC part of my morning routine.
With just 1 pill, Prilosec OTC prevents excess acid production, blocking heartburn all day and night. If possible, while taking Prilosec OTC, use it directed for 14 days to treat frequent heartburn, not for immediate relief.
Leaving a child in a hot vehicle can lead to their death very quickly. Set cell phone reminders or place something you'll need in the back seat so you don't forget your child is in the car. Look for your baby before you lock. 5X480, Dave's B100 V-Belt, one of the many parts Ranger carries. It's also the item that helped Rob carry the day. The job was on hold. The deadline fast approaching. But a quick search on Granger.com and Rob found his part. It was same-day pickup at his local branch. He and his crew got the job done, safely and on time. Get supplies and solutions for every industry with real-time product availability. Call quickgranger.com or just stop by. Granger, for the ones who get it done.
It's easy to think all money managers are pretty much the same, but at Fisher Investments, they're clearly different.
Different how? You sell high-commission investment products, right?
No, Fisher Investments doesn't sell any commission-based investment products.
Well, you must earn commissions on trades.
Nope, never at Fisher. We're a fiduciary, obligated to act in our client's best interest. It's the highest standard of care for a financial advisor.
How do you know what's in their best interest?
We get to know our clients, and then tailor a portfolio based on their goals and needs.
But you probably sneak in some hidden and layered fees.
No, we have one transparent management fee structured so we do better when our clients do better.
Wow, you really do look out for your clients.
That's because our top priority is helping them achieve a comfortable retirement. It might be why most of our clients come from other money managers. Visit FisherInvestments.com to find out why investors like you switch to us. Fisher Investments. Clearly different money management.
Investments and securities involve the risk of loss.
Hi guys, it's Andrew with Cityside Medical Clinic. Are you struggling with ED? Well, I have great news. We can now effectively treat ED without any pills or side effects. Cityside Medical Clinic uses the most advanced form of wave therapy, clinically proven to open up and regrow blood vessels. Our technology has been shown to be highly effective by Cambridge University. If you're struggling with ED and sick of the pills, call us now, and not only will the assessment and blood flow ultrasound be free, we'll also give you something unique that produces powerful results in the bedroom. You're going to love that. This is $550 normally, but call us now, and it's totally free. 646-715-5555. 646-715-5555. That's 646-715-5555. Put a stop to your ED by treating the root cause of the problem and get your love life back. Call Cityside Medical Clinic in the next few minutes to qualify. 646-715-5555.
The News Watch never stops. This is 1010 Wins. You give us 22 minutes, we'll give you the world.
Partly sunny and 92 degrees for a real feel at 140. I'm Bridget Quinn. Here's what's happening. Heat and humidity for your weekend and beyond. Live AccuWeather coming right up. Texas has started busing migrants to New York City. A bus arrived at the Port Authority. Julia Papa is there. It's official. A Manhattan judge has thrown out the city school budget, sending it back to the council. Coming up in our Feel Good Friday story, we'll talk live about a dog who helped find some little boys lost in the woods of South Jersey. And right now the Dow is up 46 points. NASDAQ down on those new jobs numbers. Heat advisory through 8 o'clock tonight. AccuWeather real feel could reach 100 today. Wind News Time 141. Your update now on traffic and transit. Here's Greg Rice.
Now, inbound side of the Gowanus, we have found trouble. This is between 38th Street and the Prospect. It's a wreck involving a minivan and a work van. You got the right lane out and the mess all the way back to the belt merge. And then, yeah, you know the drill. Equally bad both ways to the Brooklyn Bridge with that long-term pattern that limits you to 2 lanes. Here's the scene in Jersey, southbound of Western Spur. Go for it, because on the southbound Eastern Spur right now, you got the left lane out past the Alexander Hamilton service area, so the western, the better of it in either direction, especially southbound. Garden State Parkway, whole lot of northbound trouble out of Irvington, getting up to Bloomfield. Southbound slows coming down through Union, and then en route to the shore, you're already starting to slow on the southbound Parkway, coming down towards Route 18. Here's what you need to know about the bridges and tunnels. Citybound George at least 30 on either level. Northbound West Side and southbound Deegan, for all of their faults, it's the best of it out. The Lincoln Tunnel into the city is about 10 minutes, 20 to 30 out. 30 to 45 at the outbound Holland, inbound 15 from the Skyway better. Off the Newark Bay Extension, Staten Island Expressway, a westbound Crofton to Verrazano, all the way to Brandley Avenue because of right lane work. I'm Greg Rice on 1010 Wins.
Winds News Time 142. Let's update you on the weather. AccuWeather meteorologist Carrie Schwindenhammer. It is going to be a, schwitzy weekend.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, it certainly is warm out there right now, but also very humid. Dew points are in the upper 60s to near 70, and as that temperature rises this afternoon, especially with some of those breaks in the clouds, it's really going to feel kind of uncomfortable. There could be a thunderstorm, by the way, at some point later this afternoon and this evening, possibly bringing downpours and gusty winds, and we're staying very sticky overnight, the low only 76. Not quite as hot tomorrow, but still humid. In fact, that's going to be the trend right into Tuesday of next week, maybe a spotty thunderstorm. Bridget?
All right, Kerry, we thank you. Winds News Time 142. Our other top story of the afternoon, Texas Governor Greg Abbott has long been expressing concerns about the number of migrants arriving in his state. It looks like he has a new way of dealing with them. Our Julia Papa explains from the Port Authority.
The bus from Texas arrived at 6:30 this morning, but it's not clear where the migrants sent here by Texas Governor Abbott were going. There are reports that migrants have been given addresses to business offices, not shelters, but the shelter intake location is in the Bronx. Mayoral spokesperson Fabian Levy says using people as political pawns is disgusting. New York Attorney General Tish James addressed the issue.
I'm more concerned about the individuals who are on the bus. Want to ensure that they are taken care of.
The Legal Aid Society has condemned the action, calling it shameless exploitation. Julia Papa, 1010 Wins in Midtown.
The so-called duck sauce killer is dead. Glenn Hirsch, charged with killing delivery man Ziwan Yan after stalking him and workers at the Great Wall restaurant in Queens because he felt he didn't get enough duck sauce with his orders. Hirsch's body was found by detectives after he missed a Friday court appearance. His new lawyer, Arthur Idala, telling the Daily News the accused killer shot himself. In response, the Queens District Attorney Melinda Katz said she would have preferred to try Hirsch